the locker room earlier on, looking for success on their home court. And the game arrivals sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. Bustling Phil. And let's check out a breakdown. And with pregame routines coming to an end.
Sixers coach Brett Brown helped build this team from ground zero. There were some lean years in Philly, but Brown helped set the values and the culture for this team. Brown said, can you teach? Can you cultivate relationships? And do you bring energy? Those three qualities are what I've hoped to.
He's done a terrific job. Thanks, David. Don't let go of the rope in this one, Clark. Hold on tight, buckle in. A lot of pace, a lot of speed between these two teams.
No doubt about it, Kevin. And if you like popcorn, you better be able to eat it with your head up, because this one will be fast and furious.
Well, then you're talking about yourself, because our fans probably don't know this, but you're eating popcorn all the time during these games.
Hey, I love popcorn, and there's nothing like enjoying fresh popcorn in an arena. It doesn't get better than that.
I know. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's B in at the 1 spot. And for the 76ers, the talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Then there's Richardson, then it's Simmons, and it's Thibault in at the 2 guard. Here's Embiid, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And at 250 lbs, Embiid is a terror inside, using that large frame to draw those fouls.
And after he missed the first 2 seasons of his career, Greg, with a broken bone in his foot, would injuries be your main concern for Joel Embiid?
Look, no doubt about it. As long as he's healthy, he's an all-league performer. Still, 7-footers carry a lot of weight in our league. He wants to prove he can play big minutes. They just got to make sure they protect it.
B, the pass to Levine. Misses from close range. Outside, Simmons. They swipe it. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Ben Simmons. Bulls shooting their first free throws of this one.
A big X factor for the Sixers, I think, will be the development of Ben Simmons' jump shot. He's got to become at least a threat as a perimeter shooter if they're going to have a chance to win it all.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
The 15-footer. No good from B. And especially in the playoffs where teams really scheme for you, Simmons shooting can be a real problem for the Sixers.
Yeah, it's a major liability, guys. There's no denying it. For all of his wonderful ability and versatility, the fact that it's basically 4-on-5 when they're on offense with him on the floor is a problem in the playoffs. And you said it. When teams can lock into you, they're going to make you do what you're uncomfortable doing.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Horford finds Simmons. A floater. Embiid. And Embiid is right there.
Boy, that long reach of Embiid's paying dividends there, guys. An absolute machine on the offensive glass.
B, the pass to Porter. The pass to B. Three-pointer. Doesn't go that time. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good in that one.
Well, I think it was a combination of things, quite honestly, but the defense didn't really offer them a challenge all night. I agree with that.
That one a little long.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Embiid, the pass to Thibault. There's the triple. Porter pulls it in. Bulls trail by 3.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
No good from B.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Simmons putting his outstanding athleticism to use on that drive. A remarkable penetrator who knows exactly how to carve up the defense.
B, guarded by Simmons. The shot's good from B. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Thibault, the pass to Horford. Here's Thibault, guarded by Levine. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And it's blocked by Simmons.
Yeah, with great recognition, awareness, and body control, Simmons can get up for blocks.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Here's Thibault. 9 points last game out. Passes it to Horford. Here's Simmons. Reverses, and it's good on the way up. Simmons got his 3rd bucket of the night.
With Simmons, the closer, the better. I mean, he's confident from this area of the floor.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Clark, you were such a terrific athlete growing up, and it must be fun for you watching your kids and soon your grandkids go through their athletic journey. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Thibault, the pass to Simmons. Right wing. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. From 13, Richardson, good. Richardson's got his 2nd basket of the night.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight, neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
So for Chicago right now, inside, it's Young and Markkanen. Then there's B, then there's Murray. And it's Blakeney in at the 2-guard spot. So he gets them both.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on B. That's foul number 2 for him.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin, B in that last game against the Wizards put on a show. He contributed 31 points, and his aggressiveness allowed him to make an impact from the charity stripe as well. Another outstanding outing, something that's become more and more commonplace for him. Bring it back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks. The aggressiveness, Greg, he showed the other night. We'll see if he can match that intensity here.
I'm a believer. I think he can produce at the same level tonight.
And, you know, I'm curious, guys, to see whether the defense plays him straight up, plays him honestly, or do they deny him, trap him, whatever they can do to force the ball out of his hands. We'll see.
Shot from 12, and it's Chicago scoring again. And, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Chicago?
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Yeah, another thing they've done well, guys, is getting in the passing lanes. They've been active with their hands, feet have been in good position, and they've come up with a lot of steals. That's making a difference here, too.
Bank shot, no good.
You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
Pass to Embiid. Here's Thibault, guarded by Levine. Clock at 6. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Horford. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played, and the pass to B. Step back shot. No good on that one. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Following this game, they hit the road. They'll take on the Knicks in New York. It's game 1 of a 3-game road trip.
You know, after the Sixers were knocked out in the second round for the second straight year, there was some speculation, and I think unmerited, whether Brett Brown might be let go as head coach. The players voiced their support and made the decision easier to bring him back, and I think it was the right one. He's done a fantastic job as the leader of the Sixers. Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
Levine dishes to Carter. Here's B. It's hauled in by the 76ers. And Coach Brown, Clark, captained the ship through some real rough times in the beginning.
And you know, Kevin, I think for that reason and the job he's done here recently, he's earned the right to see this thing through. It's a result-oriented profession. I know that.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Chicago trailing here. Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So on the floor for Philadelphia, the talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Then it's Josh Richardson. Then there's Ben Simmons. And it's Thibault in at the 2. Now here's Simmons. And the layup's good off the glass. Simmons got 10 points in the game.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Here's Levine trying to get open as Carter. Good work defensively by Horford.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Philadelphia shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Clark, what would your dream backcourt look like? If you were going to design one, what would it look like?
Well, they'd have good size and athleticism, somewhere in that 6'3" to 6'6" range, and the ability to make plays for themselves and others, and also be very solid at the defensive end. You know, you think about some guys that would fit that bill. I look at a guy like Malcolm Brogdon, who really gives it to you in multiple ways as a backcourt player. And I like the scoring of Damian Lillard.
Agreed.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Out in his own on the break, and it goes down 2 points. And that's 12 points for B.
Boy, a terrific find. Levine plays mostly the 2, but he came into the league as a point guard.
Here's Thibault, guarded by Levine. Horford kicks to Richardson. Horford the pass to Richardson. 5 to shoot. It's up a 3. The 76ers again can't hit it. Bulls trail by 3. Passes it to B for the tie. It's hauled in by Thibault. Thibault's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
This is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Love the connection Simmons has with his teammates. I mean, once the lob is on its way, you know he's going to finish in style.
Embiid against Carter. Pass to B. Trying to get open is Carter. Count it, and the Philadelphia lead has been cut down to just 3 on the basket from B.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Here's Thibault. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. And there's the pass to B. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
The Bulls making a switch here. Murray's checked in. The 76ers have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Outside, Simmons. Here's the hook. And that's off the glass and in. Simmons got 14.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the flow.
Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
And defensively, these guys are looking for answers since halftime. They've seemed disjointed and out of sync. They have got to get back that rhythm defensively.
That long reach of Embiid is a real asset on defense. Covers a lot of territory and knows how to snuff out shooters.
The 76ers have made 4 free throws from the line and missed 2. In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Philadelphia.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going and you just want to keep it going.
And also, guys, they take a lot of pride in their ability to rebound the basketball, especially on the offensive end.
You know, guys, it's not surprising to hear that Joel Embiid gets a lot of inspiration from Hall of Famer Hakeem Olajuwon. Both came to the game late. Both represent the continent of Africa. Embiid really kind of modeled his game after Hakeem, and that's a heck of a model.
Taking a look at the Bulls. Young and Carter are the big men inside. Levine is out there with B, and it's Blakeney in at the 3 spot. And when he first came to America, you know, what a great story this. Embiid's coach in Cameroon sent him a DVD of Hakeem's highlights.
And that was a good start for Embiid, and good work by you, Kevin, to dig up that factoid. Very nicely done. But you're right, Embiid said he watched that tape every day for 3 years, and you can see evidence of him watching that tape and how he plays.
Here's B. Doesn't go for him. Simmons with the defensive effort.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Greg, and that's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Bulls trail by 9. On the wing, Levine. Burke covering. Levine can't hit. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9.
Guys, the passing ability and IQ of Ben Simmons, both amazing.
B, guarded by Simmons. Pass to Blakeney. Here's B. Burke grabs the miss.
Yeah, you know, guys, this has been far from his best game. A disappointing outing for both him and the team.
And when he gets ahead of steam, you almost feel sorry for defenders. Ben Simmons, a combination of size, speed, and ball handling that can, at times, be unstoppable.
Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for Antonio Blakeney. And with his passing and driving ability, Greg, Simmons is like combining a power running back in football with a pinpoint passing quarterback. Not much he can't do.
Kevin, a football metaphor is appropriate. Simmons grew up playing Australian rules football, and the physicality and quick thinking of that sport really reflected in his style of play.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game. That's his 4th foul. I'm sure he recognizes the situation because number 5 would put him in a rough, tough spot.
Shooting for Philadelphia.
And he knocks down the first one.
2 shots.
And Richardson drops them both. It seems that guards are rebounding now more than ever. What do you make of that trend?
You know what, Kevin? I think it's a function of how the game is played. More and more teams play small ball, where they really don't have a big guy out there or a traditional center out there. You may have guards and wings, and oftentimes your tallest guy might be 6'8". So it makes it important for guards and everybody to rebound the ball. So I think you see more guards getting more rebounds because of teams playing small ball as a function of the three-point shot's importance in the game.
Lets it go from 14, and he hits the jump shot. Richardson's got 8 here in the quarter.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
Yeah, and you know, that is some shaky and shoddy defensive work. They got to tighten it up.
Here's Levine. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Well, you just watch Levine play, and you can see the athleticism he possesses. Greg just explodes anytime he wants to.
And guys, with Levine, the speed and first step have always been there for him. But you can see the strength he's added to his game since his rookie year whenever he goes at the rim.
Over to the wing. Here's Horford. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got assist number 7 for him tonight.
And the jump shot of Al Horford, cash, money, all the time. Got to D him up or you pay the price.
Here's B. Goes back up. That's good. The Philadelphia lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Carter.
And that's an important rebound, especially on a night where the board work has not been their best.
But they're still in this one, fellas. Can they pump it up a notch here in the clutch?
Pass to Simmons. Quinn dishes to Simmons. It's tipped. And here we go. Fast break. Levine's got it. It's deflected, and they get it back. Yep, that one goes in there.
And they've shown a little extra hustle on the offensive glass here in the second half. Second chance points are starting to add up for them, and they can use every one of them.
And the 76ers call time here. Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Ben Simmons.
Plain and simple, his scoring is what made him our pick tonight. Even when the D's given him all their attention, they just have not been able to contain him. If they backed off him for 1 second, he made them pay.
Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Brett Brown talking with his team. He said, I want us to play as though we're behind. We're good when we play with urgency. We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go. Guys?
And Simmons slams it in.
And, you know, this is why Simmons is an all-star caliber player, guys, because he has the ability to dominate games.
B, guarded by Simmons. Outside, marking it. That 3 off the mark.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Simmons passes to Embiid. Back to Simmons. Oh, and the jam by Ben Simmons.
And, you know, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane bounce, he takes advantage of it, really demonstrating how lethal he is in the air.
They double him with Simmons. B, the pass to Levine. Lets it fly. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
Nice little screen and roll action here. Levine surveys the defense and then makes the right read, which is so important.
Richardson outside. Back to Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the 76ers.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Solid play, definitely, Kevin.
And so checking out their record tonight, that'll mark win number 32 overall.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
The stats tell us, Greg, that the winner of the first game is a big favorite to come out on top in the overall series.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Ben Simmons.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot heat.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage junk there.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on B. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and played with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And that about wraps it up.